Now we're going to look at one more financial math formula. This is continuous compound formula. How we know whether to use this one or the last one is the keywords compounded continuously. So when we see compounded continuously, we know that we're going to be using our second formula, not our first formula. Our first formula is going to say something like compounded semi-annually, annually, quarterly, monthly. In this case, whenever it's compounded continuously, we're going to use our formula with the number e. So our first one, we're going to be solving for the rate, and it says, when would the 5,000 double? So we know that 5,000 doubled would be 10,000, and it's equal to 5,000. E, we're trying to find R, and we have 6 years. I'm going to divide each side by 5,000 and get 2. And then I'm going to get rid of the e by doing natural log. And whenever the bases are the same, they cancel. So 6r is equal to 0.693. Then we're going to divide each side by 6. And what we get is r is equal to 0.116, which means that r is equal to 11.6%. Example 2. This time it says a student invests 2,000 and gets a return of 7,000. So we have 7,000, that's our final amount, is equal to 2,000. That's our initial amount. Because it says continuously, once again, we're going to use E. This time it says how long. So that's solving for time, and our rate is 4.5%. Remember, we write it as a decimal. We're going to divide it by 2,000, so that gives us 3.5. We need to get rid of the E, and so what we're going to do is we're going to find the natural log on both sides. That means it cancels. And what we have is 0.45t is equal to natural log of 3.5 is 1.253. We're going to divide it by 0.045, and that right there gives us t is equal to 27.8 years. So if we're looking at example 3, when would 10,000, that's our initial, become 50,000? So we have 50,000 equals 10,000. Now notice, once again, continuously, so we know we're using our second formula, e raised to, we're trying to find our rate, so that would be r, and our time is 10 years. Once again, divide by 10,000 to get 5. We have to get rid of the e in order to get the variable by itself. So we're obviously doing natural log. Natural log and e cancel, they become 1. Natural log of 5 is 1. I'm going to put 10r is equal to 1.609. Then I'm going to divide it by 10, and I get r is equal to 0.1609. And so that right there is going to be 16.1% or 16.09%. For our last one, what we're going to do is we're going to figure out when 2,000 triples. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2,000 and it becomes 6,000 equals 2,000. And then what we have is E raised to the 0.071, and then we're trying to figure out how long. So we're talking about time. 6,000 divided by 2,000 is 3. Then we're going to do natural log on both sides. And so what we have is we have 0.071 t, forgot the 1, is equal to natural log of 3, which is 1.099. Then we're going to divide it by the 0.071, and that gives us time is equal to 15.5 years.